Hello, sharpshooters. Well, this is Olivier coming to you live. It's 12 o'clock here in France, and I'm just showing you a live. Really, I don't trade anymore because my robot does 100% of my entries. I let it do most of the exits, but sometimes, when you have your quota and you think you've made enough, you take profits. So that's where the manual trades come in. But here you can see that, again, I've poured my heart out so many videos, and it's a little bit disheartening sometimes because I think I'm misunderstood. I'm just, I found a good system. It's a good base for most people. In fact, it stirs thinking and makes people interested in trading, which is already a great thing. Um, but I'm not reaping the rewards I should be getting. Thank God my trading's going okay. For the effort I'm putting in, so it's a little bit disheartening. But and also, I'm disappointed in people are not interested. People just want to make money. Okay, fine. This system makes money. Uh, Nobody seems to understand that. I'm being called scammer or whatever. Nobody seems to understand that. Well, that's fine. It does. But that's not the most interesting thing. The most interesting thing I've found is the process. I mean, it's taken 10 years. It's observation. One system may look simple. This is not, because it's self-optimization. Self-optimization is a very complex system. I'll show you what it does here again for the 100th time. Here it is happening in the corner here. So we can see that we're going to self-optimize and pick points. And it's picking points to buy and sell completely automatically, night and day. And I trade mainly on very few currencies. I do change sometimes, and I don't want to reveal everything because there's a lot of copying around. That's fine if I can get people interested in trading. That's fine. The more the merrier. I mean, I believe there is abundance, and I believe that's what's great about the capitalist system. There is abundance. There is enough for everybody, and you don't have to hide things. I mean, people who want to hide their systems, I don't know why. First of all, if everybody comes in at the same time, it does help you out. And secondly, why would you hide something? I mean, is Warren Buffett hiding the way he's still the third richest guy in the world? He doesn't have to hide what he's doing. In fact, he comes out publicly once he's done it. Helps him out, right? So I have every interest in everybody using my system, for myself. And also, people, since it's 12 versions, I hate to say this, but there's been many robots out there. I mean, it's been #1 3 times. This is out of 10,000 apps. So, but what's amazing is that I don't know what you guys are doing. I mean, why you jump from one robot to another and get disappointed when there are systems that work, and there's a lot of forces that trying to tell you that it's not true because they're scared. Now this is my let's get rid of this mix up here. But this is my Renko charts, which, as you know, um, the Renko charts is one of my true pet peeves, right? So I use Renko quite a lot, and what's amazing at the moment is that the Renko has been working quite well on Bitcoin. Yeah, it's a lot cleaner now. This is the FX. This is the euro, and I use that automatically because it works very well with my range traders, which you just saw. And you can also use it on Bitcoin. Okay, this is my Bitcoin chart. Look how clear that is. I mean, I'm buy only on Bitcoin because I can do that. So, I would buy these points and try and come out because it's futures and try and be there. Now, my theory for Bitcoin, I've been talking a lot about it because I came in quite late into the system. I didn't believe in Bitcoin at first. Neither did Warren Buffett or a lot of people. Warren Buffett still doesn't believe in it, but I think he's wrong. He's also admitted he's been wrong on Amazon. He's just bought some now. So it's never too late. But what amazed me about Bitcoin is, first of all, I'm studied economics for a long time. I'm a big fan of the gold standard. And I realized that there's a finite quantity of Bitcoin. I'm not talking about the others. I'm interested in the top ones. Like I'm interested in the Dow Jones. Studying 3,000 stocks. I've done that. Thank you very much. Trying to find the rare pearl. That's you need a team for that. Might as well just stick to the top ones, the top 30 companies in the world. I mean, it's difficult to go wrong, right? So the top cryptocurrencies are Bitcoin and ETH. Now, ETH is not really a currency. It's got smart contracts. It's very complex. I've done a lot of research on it. ETH isn't bad, but it's not moving as much as Bitcoin, and it's not as standardized as Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, what sparked my interest is, first of all, there's a finite amount of Bitcoin. So obviously it's going to get scarcer as time goes by in the next 20 years. So I do believe these amazing targets are possible. Secondly, Bitcoin, as it forms blocks and needs more and more calculations and algorithms and to build these blocks, a lot more computer power, they become more and more complex to make. Mining is more and more complicated. So there are three ways to get Bitcoin, and I use the three ways. You can buy it outright on a thing like Coinbase, which is really, really quite good because you can sell it straight away. And one of the problems with Bitcoin is it takes about 10 minutes to confirm a trade, and it can take a day or two sometimes to get your Bitcoins. And then people are using secure wallets because they're scared and stuff like that. But I think on a company like Coinbase, you're okay. I mean, unless you have millions and millions of dollars, you don't need to be so scared about losing your money unless you're going in some strange exchanges. So, I mean, using Coinbase, you can buy, 100 euros a month or whatever. The idea is to get one Bitcoin, which is about $5,000 eventually. I mean, you can buy portions. You can buy $10 of Bitcoin. And so I do that. And then secondly, I mine. I mine with my own computers using this system called Crypto Browser, which hasn't really picked up, which I'm surprised because I have I have 80,000 views on YouTube. I thought if everybody gets together, see what happens is that the more people go into this, everybody's going to get a part of, referring their friends. So it does mine solo. I use it on 3 computers, and I'm not getting a lot, but I'm getting $5 a week, which I'll take any money. $5 a week, and it's Bitcoins, and I send it to my account. It's automatic, and all I have to do is leave my computers on and browse. So, but I've got referrals there. It's starting to build up, and it's going to be more money, but it's surprising that not everybody's seeing this as something quite amazing. I mean, all you have to do is set up Chrome, and that's it. And if you've got a fast computer with a good chip, you're going to make money. And if you've got 3 computers like I do, you're going to make money. And it even works on your phone. And then you refer your friends, and then you get a bit of what your friends make, and then you get a bit of what their friends make, and it goes on and on and on. So it can become quite an interesting thing. So that's the second thing I do. Third thing I do is more substantial, some cloud mining, because you can go out and buy these machines. And I'm thinking of starting I have a warehouse and putting these machines in that mine. They cost $1,500 each or something. And you can have as many as you want, and you can mine all day. But the electricity costs are high, and I'm against physical things. I prefer. I've made my money just buying on the stock market. You reap the rewards that people work, and they make money, and then the stock goes up or whatever, or Dow Jones gives dividends. It's easier that way. So there is cloud mining. The biggest company is Genesis, and they do have. I waited for a long time to get some hash power, which is mining power, which you buy, and you get at the end of the day, you see how much it's done for you. It's all in the cloud. You don't have to pay electricity costs, things like that. It's all included, and then you can get quite a substantial amount of money mining. And the third way of mining is by using this, which is really what got me going. I mean, when you see these movements like this, look where ETH was, and it's gone down here. I mean, you have to buy this. You know, these are not going to disappear. You have to buy these things right now. You have to buy these cryptocurrencies. So, I got interested because the price went from 20,000 to 5,000. Of course, that sparked my interest. I thought at first it was all for bandits and cocaine dealers and things like that, but it's not anymore. I mean, the internet in '93, that's what people thought it was. That's what it was for in the beginning, but look what's happened. So these are here to stay. They are very safe because you need 7 confirmations for your trade to go through, and most banks have trading desks. So this is Bitcoin. Look at that. This is probably one of the best trades I've made all year, the last week or so. So, I mean, going back to my machine here, I should really see a lot more interest because it's easy. I mean, if I help you set it up, there are 3 ways. There are very many happy people out there, and as usual, the happy people either don't want to mention it or just keep on doing things. And I'm one of the only guys you can reach on the phone. You don't have to do a ticket and wait 3 days. I give you my WhatsApp number. So what happens is I've got my MT5 version up, which is my best version, and I copy my MT5 trades onto MT4 because I have a lot of experience in MT4, and I have a lot of other things I add to it, like the offline Renko, which you can't do on MT5, etc. So I try and concentrate everything in a couple of accounts. I have started a Signal, and it's going very well, and you should look at it because it is now using Bitcoin. So buying futures, to summarize the different ways, so mining, buying futures on MQL5, IC Markets does it. Not everybody does it, but these futures are legitimate. I mean, they're CME futures, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I mean, these are the guys that do commodities, gold, etc. It's probably the biggest exchange for commodities in the world. Bitcoin is a commodity, and this is legitimate. There is no commission at the moment, which is very good because you can trade in and out, and you'd be surprised how little the volatility is actually compared to. Here we go. We've just done a buy. Compared to, this is a buy here right now. And I can tell you that the technology behind this is not as easy as you think. You look at some things and anybody can think of this theory. It doesn't work like that. It takes years to look at, square waves, Fibonacci, everything you want to look at to get it right. Okay, So anyway, I'm going to stop because